there's so much, I use the word we as a unifier most of the time, but there is this pervasive narrative thing in climate where we say, we are the virus, humans are the virus, and we did this. And it's actually like, no, we didn't. We didn't. We can literally point to the fossil fuel industry, and we can specifically point to governments that have subsidized them, and we can point to CEOs and folks that have, for instance, Shell knew about the impacts of their work from as early as the 1950s and continued to not only accelerate what they were doing, but actually lead some of the earliest climate science so that they could debunk other climate science so that people didn't know what was going on. So I would say introducing people to that history, and also connecting the genealogy of the climate crisis beyond the Industrial Revolution. So oftentimes we talk about the Industrial Revolution as being the father of the climate crisis in regards to jump-starting the rapid increase of greenhouse gas emissions and CO2 and things of that sort. But the Industrial Revolution didn't come out of nowhere. It didn't pay for itself. It was quite literally paid for by chattel slavery, by blood money, right? We can literally see a money trail between the most wealthy plantations and the Industrial Revolution, and thus the creation of the fossil fuel industry. So telling people about that history and saying, actually, there are folks that we can hold accountable today that have benefited from these circumstances, and also understand that while we didn't create this issue, we have, to me, have a responsibility to be a part of the solutions together. And, in doing so, I think it also relieves us of a lot of guilt, because I think a lot of guilt that we have around, I'm not doing enough or I don't know enough, is around not articulating who it is that brought us here. And I think that gives us a lot of grace in being able to really understand how we got here. All the different possibilities is so vast, and I think because it's so vast, it can be scary, but I would tell people is actually there's so much to lean into there. There is this, I always articulate this way, I think that Mother Earth is giving us really important feedback, and that we have this once in a species long opportunity to reprioritize and restructure our world to be able to live in a present and future that is better than any other past than we've ever experienced. And I think that's enticing. If we can tell people that this movement has the ability to connect with every social issue that we feel close to, and really allow people to live a life beyond survival, and allow for children to not have to be on the streets being children activists, or just be children and babies, that is exciting, that's enticing. And I think when we are able to make those connections and really appeal to people on the level of protecting their families and people that they love, that's when I usually see people go, okay, what does that look like? And that's where it gets really, really exciting, and that's where the radical imagination comes in.